These are your duties. A receptionist represents the company to all visitors and callers. Proper phone etiquette and use of polite language are important. When addressing strangers, we use words such as sir or ma'am. If we know their names, we use Mr. or Miss and their last names. Listen as Kelly explains the duties of a receptionist to Anne.
This will be your work area for the next couple of weeks. As a receptionist, you project the public image of Clever World. A certain decorum is expected from you. In addition to answering the phone, you will be greeting all visitors. Your attitude should be friendly but polite. You have to use proper language. You are not allowed to be too informal.
But I thought we were all on a first-name basis in Clever World.
Yes, even our CEO wants to be called Tyler. He likes the personal touch. But your interaction with our clients should be formal.
How do you want me to greet the visitors?
If you don't know the visitor's name, you use sir or ma'am. If you know their names, use Mr. or Miss and their last names. You say, "Welcome to Clever World. How may I help you?" You should send a message of respect and helpfulness.
Do I direct the visitor to the office of the person they are here to see?
No. You call and inform him that he has a guest in the front office. Invite the visitor to take a seat. Offer a complimentary beverage. The cleanliness of your work area is important. Always remove all used glasses and empty bottles promptly. Do you have any questions for me?
What do I do if the phone rings at the same time as a visitor is here?
You say, "Excuse me for a moment." Then you answer the phone. As I mentioned earlier, you answer, "Clever World, how may I help you?" You then place the caller on hold while you transfer the call. If the requested person is not available, you will take a message.
Thank you, Kelly. You have been very helpful to me. I feel confident I can do the job.
In this lesson, you have learned how to greet people, both in person and by telephone. In your next lesson, you will see how Anne deals with complaints. Who is complaining? In any business, we may encounter unhappy clients. Their behavior may be very irrational. Their language may be very rude. A receptionist has to know how to deal with complaints. Let us listen as Kelly tells Anne how to deal with clients.
Hi, Anne. Did you have a problem with a client this morning? Can you give me an explanation of what happened?
Yes, that man was so rude. He screamed at me. He called me incompetent. He wanted to speak with accounting, but the line was busy all the time. I hung up the phone on him. I couldn't help it. I felt so bad.
I need to give you some tips on how to handle these incidents. We have to treat all our callers with respect and understanding. Unfortunately, we sometimes have to deal with an irate customer. However, we have to be empathetic and show concern for all clients.
But how can you do that when someone is completely irrational?
As the executive assistant to the CEO, I've a lot of experience in this. You have to speak to them in a calming voice. You have to show them that you understand their concerns. It is important to offer an apology in order to soothe their feelings.
I understand, but I don't know if I can control my temper.
You have to stay calm. Clever World does not want dissatisfied clients. Tyler wants us to rectify their problems and keep them as our clients.
Well, I'll try my best to be calm and patient in the future.
I hope so. We really want to gain clients, not lose them.
It is very important to know how to deal with complaints. If Anne learns how to show concern for an unhappy client, she can turn him into a happy one. In the next lesson, Anne will be making travel arrangements. I forgot to update the diary. You need to be meticulous when organizing a business trip. It's important to be thorough in your preparations. Sometimes you need to postpone or cancel arrangements. Let's listen to Kelly giving Anne some advice.
One of your new tasks will be to arrange all of Tyler's business trips. This will involve booking his flights and hotel accommodation. We keep a computerized diary where you can enter his travel itinerary. It's very important that the entries are accurate and up to date. We also enter details of all prospective visitors to Clever World.
Please tell me what to do so I don't make any mistakes. As you know, I like to be meticulous in all my tasks. I hope you don't mind if I make notations as you talk.
Not at all. We have an arrangement with the travel agency in Clever City. They understand the urgency of our requests. You telephone them and give them details of the trip. They will contact an airline and get the best flight for you. Always make sure that you give them Tyler's frequent flyer number. Sometimes Tyler needs to cancel or reschedule a trip. If that happens, you need to contact the travel agent and inform them.
How about his accommodation while he's away? How do I deal with that?
Tyler likes to stay in the best hotels. I usually book his hotel accommodation over the internet. Here you are. This is a list of his preferred hotels. Once you have booked a room for him, the hotel will send you a confirmation by email. A couple of days before his trip, you should send the hotel a reconfirmation email. That way, you ensure there will be no problems when Tyler arrives.
Kelly, according to this, there's a client from Japan arriving today.
Oh no! I forgot to update the diary. He has postponed his trip. He's coming next week.
I'll have a thorough check of all the entries in the diary.
Anne now knows how to arrange Tyler's business trips. She has learned the importance of updating the computerized diary. Do you think she will be more thorough than Kelly? Her next duty will be to arrange hotel accommodation for a conference. You need to upgrade him. Clever World is hosting a convention in Clever City. The attendees will expect first-class facilities. Kelly is in charge of accommodations. Anne is helping her. Watch Kelly as she explains to Anne what needs to be done.
Anne, the annual Clever World Convention is being held next month. As usual, we are hosting it in Clever City. Clever Hotel has the best facilities for the convention. It is a very modern hotel that has always met all our expectations. You need to call and ask for confirmation from each attendee. Then, you recommend that they stay at Clever Hotel.
Can't they arrange for their own accommodations?
Yes, but Clever Hotel offers the convention attendees excellent rates. Our customers and business partners will really appreciate that. The guests can use the hotel restaurant for the duration of their stay, or they can use the room service to deliver the meals to their rooms.
Some of the conference registrations already include room reservations.
Great! Let me look at the registrations to see what their demands are. Look! Our CEO has requested a standard room. That must be a mistake. You need to upgrade him to a deluxe room on the top floor. Tyler is very picky. He expects first-class accommodations. I recommend that you call Clever Hotel and tell housekeeping who he is. That way, they can meet his expectations.
I'll call and take care of his reservation right now. Then I'll confirm all the other registrations.
Please do it today. We don't want the hotel to run out of rooms.
Anne learns a variety of new tasks every day. Today, she helped Kelly to organize room reservations. In the next lesson, Anne learns about entertaining clients. You could arrange a complimentary meal. In any business, maintaining good company relations is necessary. Let's observe as Anne learns the basics of entertaining clients, business associates, and company affiliates.
Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great. Ready to tackle my next lesson.
Please come in and sit down.
Thanks, Kelly.
Well then, let's not waste any time. Anne, maintaining good relations with business associates is crucial, and entertaining clients will be one of your duties. You must establish a good rapport with company affiliates. We must remain consistent with our high reputation.
Kelly, I'm afraid I don't know how to impress business associates.
Don't worry, Anne. Your friendly attitude is your greatest asset. One way to entertain a client is to arrange an enjoyable evening out. You could arrange a complimentary meal at their favorite restaurant.
How will I know someone's likes and dislikes?
Most of our business associates are regular visitors. A client may request tickets for a particular show. You then make the reservations and arrange their transportation. Take Mr. Smith, for example. He's a wine connoisseur. His favorite establishment is called the Tinderbox. It's all right here in his file.
Well, I think I'll enjoy that part of my job. It sounds like fun.
It is. You know what they say about all work and no play, right?
You know what, Kelly? I think I'm going to like working here.
Anne has just learned the importance of good company relations. Maintaining good relations with business associates is crucial. Organizing events such as a complimentary meal or theater tickets is a good way to impress clients. I think Anne is perfect for the job, don't you? In the next lesson, Anne learns more about the IT department. Is that a webcam? Are you computer literate? Do you understand computing jargon? Do you know what spam is? Anne is going to spend some time in the IT department today. Let's listen and learn about computer terminology.
Today, I thought you might like to spend some time in the IT department. James Chen can show you some of the computer technology we have.
That would be great. Thanks, Kelly. As you know, my minor is in computer science. I'm already quite computer literate, but there's so much more I can learn.
I got very confused with all the jargon when I first came to work here. I knew nothing at all about computers. I didn't even know what a monitor was. Even putting paper in the printer was difficult. I was always worried in case I made a mistake. James, this is Anne. She's interested in learning more about computing. Maybe you could give her some tips.
Certainly. Anne, what would you like to know?
Does the company have a device to stop all the spam that we receive? Or a program to banish pop-ups?
There is now an advanced internet browser with a built-in pop-up killer. We also have our own anti-spam filter. All incoming emails are checked to ensure they do not contain spam.
Wow! Is that a webcam? I'd love to use one of those.
Yes, Tyler likes it because we can now have video conferencing. It's more personal for conducting long-distance business meetings. Now this is our new high-performance scanner. It can scan slides and negatives as well as documents. We try to have the most up-to-date technology here, Anne. We've just purchased a new server solely for use by the factory. They are handling so many orders now, they need their own equipment.
Does Clever World have its own website?
Actually, we are just about to launch the Clever World website. Would you like to see what we've developed?
Yes, please. Could I come back tomorrow and take a look at it?
Of course, Anne. I'll be happy to show you our designs.
Thanks a lot. I'll see you tomorrow then.
Anne has had an interesting talk with James Chen. They discussed webcams, scanners, and the Clever World website. They also talked about ways to banish spam and pop-ups. In the next lesson, Anne will find out more about website design. This website is very user-friendly. Do you know about domain names or HTML? Do you have the expertise to create a website? Today, Anne is going to look at the Clever World website. Let's listen as James explains the terminology to Anne.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the Clever World website. One of my hobbies is designing websites for my friends. But I'm only an amateur. I'd like to see how the professionals do it.
As you will already know, the first stage is to register a unique name. Often you find that the URL you require has already been bought. We were very lucky to get the domain name Clever World. Once you have a name, you need to select a web hosting service. They will provide space to build and store your web pages. The next stage is to create your web pages using HTML.
I'm not familiar with designing HTML pages. So I use the free templates that are downloadable over the internet.
Luckily, we have the expertise here to create our own pages.
What are the most important things to consider in website creation?
One of the most essential things when designing your website is to make sure that navigation around the site is simple and consistent. You should use the same font and style throughout all the pages. The only exception would be disclaimers or terms and conditions. These are normally in smaller print at the foot of the page. You should design a website that downloads quickly. If the site takes too long to download, people will get fed up waiting and go to another site. You need to ensure that your site is posted to various search engines. This will increase your chances of people discovering the site.
I like this website. It's very user-friendly. It's easy to navigate. The logo is great and the text is easy to read. I've learned some very useful tips. Thanks, James.
Anne has had an interesting morning. She has learned some new computing terminology. She now knows about website navigation, web hosting services, fonts, and the importance of quick downloads. In the next lesson, Anne learns the importance of quality assurance. What happens if the product is faulty? Today, Anne meets the head of manufacturing. He is going to talk to Anne about patents and copyright laws. They also discuss faulty or defective goods. Let's listen in as Ricardo welcomes Anne to the factory floor.
Hello? I'm supposed to meet with Ricardo Tevez.
Good morning. You were looking for me?
Yes. Are you Ricardo, the head of manufacturing?
Yes, I am. It's nice to meet you. Welcome to the factory floor.
Thank you. I'm very interested in learning about manufacturing procedures.
Let's start with the legality issues in copyright laws. Copyright laws protect the company with patents. Our competitors are not allowed to plagiarize our material.
Is the new widget protected by these laws?
Yes, there's the Clever World trademark on the bottom of the widget.
Who makes these widgets?
A technician designs the widget before production begins. The factory workers are set up on an assembly line for production. The product must meet high standards since we guarantee its quality.
What happens if the product is faulty or defective?
We strive to avoid a recall of any item. But sometimes there's a glitch, and we have to replace the product.
Is it difficult to decrease these errors while increasing production?
Yes, it can be a challenge. That's why I'm so glad you're here to help.
I think there's a lot for me to learn about the manufacturing business.
Anne learned a lot about manufacturing today. She heard about copyright laws, patents, and product recalls. In the next lesson, Anne learns about financial reporting terms. We must maintain a healthy bank balance. Fiona is explaining Clever World's finances to Anne. She is talking about profits and losses. Clever World wants to report profits, not losses. Let's watch, listen, and learn.
It's such a pleasure to have you here, Anne. I want to explain to you why Clever World is such a profitable company.
Thank you for finding the time to do this. I know you stay very busy.
You're right. I stay very busy watching the expenditures. Our department heads easily exceed their departmental budgets. I have disapproved many of their purchase requests. Without me as head of finance, we may have suffered a deficit this year. But, as of now, our financial gain has been quite impressive. Pull your chair closer so you can look at my computer screen. This is how I have maintained the finances of our company.
I can see that you have all the company data available to you right there.
Yes, I can check our performance over the past several months. Based on those numbers, I can also calculate our projected income.
Have we ever suffered a loss while you have been the head of finance?
No, I make sure we collect from our debtors on a monthly basis. That way, we maintain a healthy bank balance, and we are always able to pay our creditors on time. I meet daily with Tyler, our CEO, and with the other department heads. We discuss ways to keep our overhead as low as possible.
I can see that Clever World depends on you for its financial health.
The bottom line is, I want to see profits but no losses.
Anne now has a better understanding of the company's finances. Clever World tries to make profits, not suffer losses. Departments must stay within budget. Next time, Sam will give Anne some advice on public relations. Coffee time. Most businesses realize the importance of public relations. In business, public relations is often referred to as PR. Let's join Sam and Anne in the coffee shop. They are discussing the company's methods for maintaining good PR.
Good morning, Sam. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm great. I've never had a meeting in a coffee shop before.
I chose this location to introduce the strategies of public relations. What did you think when I invited you out for coffee? Be honest.
I thought it was a very cordial atmosphere for a business meeting.
Did it improve my image in your opinion?
Well, it made you seem more easygoing and personable.
That's exactly the point I was trying to make. One of the vital strategies in PR is to influence both parties involved, to make them feel their contributions are valued and respected. Both parties have to believe the relationship is reciprocal.
So asking me out for coffee was good publicity, right?
That's right. Good public relations are like good personal relations. There are methods to inspire a positive response from a person or an entire community. If the company image is tarnished, it affects the way Clever World is perceived by the public.
Okay, I get it. If an unhappy customer makes disparaging remarks about the company, its employees, or its products, we'll be blacklisted.
That's correct, Anne. The company has several ways to prevent bad publicity. The PR plan addresses the need for a customer hotline with trained staff. They deal with customer complaints using efficient problem-solving skills.
It sounds like the company realizes the importance of public relations. I've certainly learned a lot about public relations today.
And to think, it all began with a cup of coffee.
Notice how easily Sam illustrated the value of good PR. Bad publicity can seriously tarnish the company image. Good PR is vital to the continued success of Clever World. I think they have the right strategies, don't you? In the next lesson, Anne prepares to organize her first meeting. Let's review your agenda. Anne is organizing and presiding over her first company meeting. Kelly is helping Anne prepare by asking her about her agenda, materials for the presentation, and use of equipment. Let's observe Anne as she gets ready for her big meeting.
Hey, Anne. How's it going? Are you ready for your first meeting?
Oh, Kelly, I'm so glad to see you. I can't seem to get it together.
It's okay to be a little nervous, Anne. Let's review your agenda. First of all, did you send the invitations to everyone who's attending?
Yes, I did. Each person will automatically be reminded by computer.
Okay, good job. Did you keep track of the RSVP list?
Yes, the audience will consist of 4 people.
Have you done all the preparation for your PowerPoint presentation?
I have made copies of the abstract that I hope to convince them to support. I have also made copies of the illustrations for each attendee.
Do you feel confident in your ability to use the PowerPoint equipment? There's time to go over it again, if you'd prefer.
No thanks, Kelly. I feel very comfortable using the equipment.
Anne, it seems to me that you've thought of everything. That's good planning to furnish each person with a copy of the materials. One of the obstacles in organizing a meeting is remembering all of the details. It's the little things that can add up and distract you.
I'm feeling much calmer now, thanks to you. I was starting to panic.
It helps to have someone go over each step before a meeting.
Any suggestions on how to present my thoughts effectively, Kelly?
When running a meeting, I always think of these 3 words. I want to be eloquent, assertive, and charismatic.
Oh, Kelly, that's exactly the pep talk I needed to hear. Thanks a lot, Kelly.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Well, Kelly certainly had a lot of valuable advice for Anne. By reviewing her preparations step by step, Anne has done all she can to organize a successful meeting. These skills will help Anne in future business presentations. In the next lesson, Anne holds her first internal meeting. An internal meeting. Internal meetings are a way for staff to discuss new projects. They're a good way for employees to make their opinions heard. Let's listen as Anne holds her first internal meeting.
Good morning, everyone. Today, we need to ascertain which direction consumer trends are going. I also want to discuss which products would be most lucrative to export. Here is a rough draft of the marketing and ad campaigns I've come up with. According to the latest business trends, the computer industry is growing. It would seem feasible to market our own brand of computer parts, such as the new widget.
In your opinion, what should be the first step, product development or marketing?
To answer your question, Sam, I think we can do both simultaneously now that the research has indicated a demand for the product. You must have a need for the product or there is no market. If there's no market, the product won't sell and you're dead in the water.
So you don't feel it's necessary to put the product development on hold? My technicians are currently working on an improvement to the new widget.
No, James, that's vital to the product's success. Keep working on that.
And I like your marketing campaign ideas.
I feel it would be advantageous to meet every week to check our progress.
Yes, that seems like a good idea. That concludes this meeting. We shall reconvene next week for another brainstorming session. I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for coming.
Anne showed that she is very well organized and capable. She conducted a successful internal meeting. Clever World will now have regular weekly progress meetings. This will be advantageous to everyone.